If you hood educated, I'm glad you made it. Allow me to unfold my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from a hood brother's point of view to all of you here, there, and everywhere. Now check me out. The brother Ynw Melly lawyer had filed a motion for mistrial, right? And before I get into this demonstration, allow me to say this right here. Like, for some people that don't know anything about the criminal justice system, they probably looking at it like, dang, he filed a motion for mistrial. Some must be wrong. And you could be right, and you could be wrong. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of the times when you going through a trial and stuff like that, your lawyers would do stuff like that to kind of like offset the trial, or to do stuff like that to protect your rights, knowing that the trial is not going to, it's not going to be a mistrial, but to protect your rights. And what I mean by that is this right here. Let's say that Ynw Melly get found guilty. Now, when he goes back on the appeal from the guilty verdict, the appellate court might look at what his lawyer just put out there for a mistrial and say, whoa, wait a minute, the judge shouldn't have let that fly, or the prosecuting attorney shouldn't have said that. And that's what they call a technicality, right? And that right there, being that his lawyer said, hey, I don't like this, and the appellate court, they might look at it and say, hey, yeah, that was wrong. That right there can get him a brand new trial if he gets convicted, right? So I just wanted to put that out there, and just to let y'all know that, that's why lawyers do that sometimes, right? But now, I mean, if you've been following the case, you will understand that he filed that motion for mistrial, and the judge denied it and said, no, I ain't. What we'll do is we'll tell the jury to ignore what the prosecuting attorney said, and we're going to keep this trial rolling, right? Because y'all got to understand, the reason why he filed a motion for mistrial is because the lawyer is saying that the prosecuting attorney said something to the jury that he cannot prove, that he has no evidence, or she has no evidence that what they are saying can be proven in the court of law. And therefore, he has tainted the jury. Therefore, the prosecuting attorney has lied to the jury. But the judge said, yeah, okay, even if he did lie, we're going to tell the jury to ignore what he said, and we're going to keep this bad boy rolling. So now, what I want y'all to understand is this right here, y'all. For those of you who have never, partaked in the criminal judicial system, that don't even watch that type of stuff on TV, let me give y'all some game real quick, right? The judge in this case already believes that Ynw Melly is guilty. And I know some of y'all probably saying, no, hood educated, the judge is supposed to be impartial. The judge shouldn't, he shouldn't be looking at Ynw Melly like that. But hear me out. Let me explain to y'all why I say this. Ynw Melly is going to trial. What that mean? That means that the judge believed that the prosecuting attorney has produced enough evidence of Ynw Melly's guilt, and that's why he's allowing the case to go to trial. Because we got to think, y'all. There's a thing, before you go to trial, I've been there before. Before you go to trial, there's a thing called a preliminary hearing or an evidentiary hearing. At these hearings, let me explain to y'all what happened. The prosecuting attorney brings forth all his evidence, everything that he got, pointing to your guilt, right? And the judge goes over all this evidence. The judge, he going through, oh man, y'all got video footage, y'all got phones, and y'all got witnesses. Okay, all right, that's good. After that, the judge got to listen to the defense. The lawyers, they come and give the judge all the evidence that they got proving you innocent. Like, no, he's innocent, and here's why. Here's our evidence. Check out our evidence. Look what we got. This is why we're saying he's innocent. The judge has to take this evidence, from the prosecuting attorney and the defense attorney and weigh it. If the lawyer case is stronger than the prosecutor case, he gonna say, nah, this can't go to trial. Y'all gotta go get some more evidence or something. Y'all case weak. We not letting this go to trial. We ain't gonna waste taxpayers' money. But if the prosecutor's case is stronger than the defense attorney's case, then the judge say, you got enough probable cause for trial. You got enough strong evidence that points to this person's guilt. Let's go to trial and have 12 jurors see what they think about it. That's what I'm talking about. So the simple fact that he's going to trial lets us know that the judge already, hey, look, yeah, nah, they got enough evidence against you, dog. They making you look guilty. So we gotta understand that, y'all, about like how these trials and stuff like that work. You know what I mean? They gotta go through these hearings, and since he made it to trial, yeah, they already believe that he's guilty, point blank, period. Now, another thing I want to get into is this right here, right? Melly is being accused of killing two of his childhood friends, Sack Chaser and Juvie. Childhood friends, right? I'm talking about these boys was young. Now, we got to understand something, y'all. Being that they was childhood friends, we can assume that Melly had some type of relationship with Sack Chaser and Juvie's family members, mother, father, for an example, right? For those of us who are privileged enough to have children, who are blessed enough to have children, your child got friends. And you know, the friends of your children, they done came to your house before. They done had sleepovers. You done drove them to basketball games, you know, baseball games, whatever. Like you know, you interact with your child's friends. You see them argue, you see them wrestling, tussling, they getting into it every now and then and stuff like that. And, you know, they doing stuff together. Like you around, you see them. They coming to your house, you feeding them, taking care of them, showing them love and stuff like that. So entertain this thought right here with me real quick. Prosecuting attorney comes to you and say, we believe we know who killed your son. And we hypothetically speaking, I'm not speaking death or nothing like that on nobody. Let's just hypothetically speak, right? Because I don't want to put nobody, you know, I don't want to do all that, right? But let's just say, right, prosecuting attorney comes to the house. Hey, look, we think we know who killed your son. You, hey, excited. Y'all found him? Who is it? And they say, it's his friend. Wait a minute, no, not Melly, not him. Yeah, you know, we got evidence pointing towards Melly's guilt as far as, you know, killing your son, Sack Chaser and Juvie. No, I can't believe that, man, you know. I mean, let's just think, right? Anybody in their right mind that see their childhood, it's like you don't want to accuse the friend because you know that boy. You done raised him. He done been in your refrigerator. He done been in your house. You done been around his parents. Y'all know each other. So that's the last person that you want to entertain the thoughts of killing your child, your son. But the prosecuting attorney is bringing you all this evidence. Hey, no, look, I know it's hard, but look what we got. This is why we believe he did it. Look at all the stuff we got. Look. And then you go to the defense attorney and you say, well, hey, man, you know, the prosecuting attorney, they saying that this, that, and the other. And then he started producing this case. No, you know, he loved your son. He wouldn't have did this, that, and the other. Now you stuck in a position where you got to play judge and jury about a boy that you know that you done damn near raised. As far as now you got to entertain the thought, damn, did his friend kill him? Now, from reports and how it's looking, Sack Chaser and Juvie family, they already done picked their side. They with the prosecutor. They sitting over there, you know, when you come in the courtroom, there's two sections. There's a section behind the defense attorney, you know, those are people that support, you know, Melly. Then there's a side, the prosecuting side, you know, all them people behind him, they supporting the prosecutor, attorney, and the victims. Where y'all think Sack Chaser and Juvie family sitting at? They over there with the prosecutor. So what that tell us? They believe, the family, they believe that Ynw Melly killed their sons. Why is you talking about this hood, educated? Because this damn fool is doing dumb shit like this in the courtroom. Check it out. Y'all see that? He all in the courtroom laughing, giggling. I'm talking about to the point, y'all see his lawyer had to come over there and say, hey man, chill out, bruh. Like, it's two people dead here. You all in laughing, ain't nothing funny about this. Ain't nothing funny about this. Them boys' family over there, they still hurting. And you up in here laughing and giggling, you know, ain't nothing funny. His lawyer had to, hey man, bro, chill out. You act like you getting out or something. And God forbid that the jury seeing this, because the jury gonna be looking at him like, hey, he a little bit too cocky. I mean, like, I understand you innocent until proven guilty, but you know, when the jury come in there, they look around and they see things. They see Sack Chaser and Juvie family over there behind the prosecuting attorney too. So in their mind, they looking like, well, I mean, if they were supporting him, they'd be over here, you know, up under the defense side. But no, they over there. So they seeing that too. And here you is all in the courtroom laughing and giggling, thinking that everything is funny when two people done lost their life. And not only that, you fighting for your life. They talking about giving you the death penalty and you think it's a game. But hold on, y'all. Not only that though, right? Because it gets deeper, right? When I seen this right here, I said, man, I'm talking about like it took me back to the county jail. But when I seen this right here, it just, check it out.
Really? Really?
It's gonna take more than that, brother. That right there is not finna free you. And you looking like a fool in there doing that. But let me tell y'all something. When people are threatened with death penalty cases, when people are threatened with incarceration, you would be amazed how quick people turn to religion. And some people turn to religion and they stand on it, but the mass majority of them, they praying and trying to get up out of that situation, because now, all of a sudden, they understand, man, I need a miracle. I can't get on the phone and call daddy. I can't get on the phone and call mama. I can't even call the attorney and have them get me up out of here. I need a miracle. And the only person that they know that has demonstrated miracles is the great God himself. Ain't no humans down here doing no miracles like that. That boy understand that he need a miracle and he trying his hardest. but he looked so evil. I mean, I gotta be 100, man. After he did that, did y'all see like the smirk on his face? And he just looked at like I'm playing these people. I mean, the man looked evil. I can't, come on, man. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. I'm sorry, y'all. But the young boy looked evil after he did that. And every day he coming in the courtroom doing this gesture as if that's gonna save his life. Young brothers, don't be this fool, because I'm gonna tell you something. You will be in that courtroom searching for a miracle, praying, please, God. Yeah, please, God. You're gonna be in that courtroom searching for a miracle because mom and daddy can't help you. So don't do what he did. Don't commit crimes that he did. Don't commit crimes, period. So you don't end up in nobody's courtroom where you gotta do all this stuff that he's doing. Because if you ask me, to me, and I'm just, hey, look, this is just my portion of understanding. Y'all ain't gotta like it or nothing because we all different. But I think he faking, and I think he think that it's a game. I don't think that he realized that his life is on the line and that they talking about killing him. Because if he did, I believe that he would be a lot more humble. I believe he'd be in there serious. And I believe that if he was truly innocent, he'd be in there crying like, man, y'all accusing me of killing my friends. These are my childhood friends. We grew up from the sandbox together. How dare you say I did that to them? I'm crying. I love them. These are my partners. And you telling these people, these 12 jurors, these strangers I don't know, and you convincing the court and you done convinced his family that I'm guilty, I'm crying in the courtroom. I ain't do it, y'all, I swear. I'm not in there. But that's just me. How would y'all act? Somebody accusing you of killing your best friends, childhood friends. Y'all gonna be in there doing all that silly laughing and all that old type of stuff. Look, I'm not trying to hear that, people, do things different and all that old type. No, man, I'm not, no. Man, look, the family in there, they seeing him do this. The family in there, they is not finna get on the stand and testify for his defense or none of that. So that's telling him that, dang, man, they dad and they mama think I did this. I ain't do this. But he don't care about that. He in there laughing, giggling, and playing with God. And he want God to answer them prayers. Now, I can't say if God gonna answer them or not because I don't have that type of power and authority. I don't know. And truthfully, I don't know who he praying to. All I know is he doing this and... But at the same time, look, we got to understand something. A lot of people are saying that they ain't got nothing against Ynw Melly. All they got is the phone. And let me tell you something. That's all they need. Like I always tell y'all, technology gonna tell on you. Them phones gonna tell on you. In this case right here, that phone is just as damaging as the gun. Why? Because that phone is putting him on the scene of the murder at the time that the murders happened. And the cold-blooded part about it is when Borland ran up in there and got to telling his story, he didn't tell them nothing about Melly. Nothing. He said that it was just him and his two friends. And it was a drive-by. He didn't say nothing about Melly. Why didn't Melly go forward and because this is what the prosecuting attorney gonna be saying. If Melly is so innocent, you just watched your two friends die in a drive-by. Why you ain't called 911? Why he had to bring them to the hospital? Why y'all ain't called 911 right there? We got you using the phone. Why y'all ain't called 911 right there and say, hey man, somebody just did a drive-by, they shot my friends. Y'all sat there and waited on them boys to die after y'all shot them. That's what the prosecuting attorney gonna be saying. And then drove them to the hospital as if you tried to help them. But Borland got caught in all his lies, and then he didn't even tell them nothing about Melly. But once they got to doing their homework, they found out about Melly. Them phones, technology, gonna always tell on you. This hood educated, not lane related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there. If I said anything that caused you to think, please hit that subscribe button if you ain't subscribed to the channel already. And if you're feeling generous, please make a small donation to the channel. Now, before I depart, allow me to give a shout out to some of the blessings that I received. Allow me to give a shout out to the homegirl, OG Chi-Town Sweetie, for the donation. I really appreciate that. Let me give a shout out to the homie, Big Neil, for the donation. I really appreciate that. The homeboy, Sean, and the sister, Arnetta Clancy. I really appreciate that. Let me give a shout out to Dana Schaefer for the donation. I really appreciate that, Dana. Let me give a shout out to Michael Miller, Jania Butler, and Abigail Shepard. I really appreciate all the love and support. This is hood educated, not lane related. Peace and love, and y'all take care of yourself out there.